welcome to another video. Today I'll show you the easiest way on how to make a hyperlapse with the brand new iPhone 13 Pro. In fact, this works with any iPhone and it is super cool and actually super easy to do. Now, before we get started, let's recap what a hyperlapse is. It's basically a moving time lapse that is created by walking forwards with your camera in very small steps and keeping your camera lined up nicely. It gives a static shot a more dynamic look and a sense of time passing by very rapidly. It is very important to move at a constant speed because otherwise your video will start to look really weird really quick. The most important thing, however, is to focus your camera on a reference point and follow this from the beginning to the end. Usually landmarks like buildings are great reference points. Before you get started shooting, I recommend changing the settings on your phone to enable the grid lines. They will help you to line up and track your shot more easily. Just go to the camera settings and toggle that grid line symbol right here. Simple as that. Next, open up the native camera app on your iPhone and then select the Timelapse mode. Now, place your subject between the grid lines and then move forwards in small but very constant steps and make sure you hold your hand steadily. If the results look too shaky or weird, just repeat again until you're satisfied. Once you hit the stop button, your phone will then run some calculations and automatically create a time-lapse for you. Simple. If you want to take it a step further, my next recommendation is using a gimbal. It works equally well with any smartphone gimbal, but Zhiyun was kind enough to send this brand new Smooth 5 gimbal to demonstrate this technique. And I'll give away this device to one of you guys. Just let me know in the comments in which country you live and what phone you use, and I'll send the gimbal to you. Alright? A gimbal helps you to reduce camera shake and keep things even smoother and more stable. There's also a tracking function in the most common gimbal apps. In the DJI Mimo app, for example, you can select your reference point and the gimbal will assist in keeping the camera lined up perfectly. Other apps like the Zhiyun Play app, for example, have the same feature too, so it doesn't really matter what brand or gimbal you use as long as you shoot it with a third-party app and not the native iPhone app. Once you're done with your shot, you can make a few tweaks in the editing software to make it look even better. I personally like to use Premiere Pro, but the concepts are the same with any software really. Drag and drop the warp stabilizer effect. I like to keep the setting around 5 to 10% to make sure I don't overdo it. I also recommend speeding up your clip because nobody really wants to watch like a 10-minute hyperlapse. Instead, make sure you change the speed so it is like 5 to 10 seconds. Next, I like to apply some subtle motion blur by changing the setting to optical flow. It makes it look a bit more smooth and organic. And that's how you do a hyperlapse on your iPhone. Hit the like button if you found this useful and make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the bell enabled. And I'll see you next time.